Greetings everyone, this is Let's Build, wherein I build a Lego set timed to different media and talk about the facts concerning the topic of the build. Today's build is the Lego Pizza to Go versus Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Turtles in Time. All footage I am using is for science, educational, and research purposes. My content is transformative and protected under fair use. All footage is time-lapse with commentary. I apologize in advance for pronouncing names or places incorrectly. Spoilers ahead, you've been warned. Today is going to be a shorter video since retro sets usually don't have that much information published. Specifications of the Lego set. 6350 Pizza to Go is a town set released in 1994. It comes with 142 pieces to build a pizzeria with an oven baking 5 pizzas. It also included an oar as a pizza shovel, a table, truck, and 3 minifigures. Pizza arrived in Lego when the Town 6350 Pizza to Go was introduced. The architecture of the set was Italiano, featuring a whitewashed building and stone tower, which housed the wood-burning pizza oven, all with a terracotta-style roof and with red and green branding. The mustachioed chef would cook up to 4 pizzas thanks to the innovative use of a boat paddle as pizza spade. The van, built on a 4x7 chassis, was driven by another member of staff whilst a female customer ate under a parasol at the table. The set was re-released under the Legends Paradisa line as 10036. Dimensions 23.9 by 14.2 by 4.6 centimeters. A pizzeria, also known as a pizza parlor, is a commercial establishment specializing in the preparation and sale of pizza. It may offer takeaway, where the customer orders their food in either advance or at the restaurant, and then takes the prepared food with them in a pizza box. A pizzeria may deliver food to the customer's home as well. History. The oldest pizzeria in the world still operating to this day is Antica Pizzeria Port Alba in Naples, Italy. The restaurant was founded in 1738 as a catering place for merchants and was converted into a restaurant with tables, chairs, and an upper floor in 1830. One of the world's first pizzerias was founded in Naples by Rafael Esposito in 1830. The restaurant, which continues to operate, is nowadays named Pizzeria Brandi. The first pizza margherita was baked in 1889 with the colors of the flag of Italy in honor of Queen Margherita of Savoy, who visited the restaurant. In the United States, sales of pizza started in 1905 when Gennaro Lombardi installed a pizza oven in his shop cafe and started selling pizza by the slice. The sale of pizza is not exclusive to pizzerias, as the food product is also sold in bodegas, bakeries, delicatessens, and hypermarkets. Pizza restaurant. This is a particular type of restaurant in which calzones and various fried foods are also available alongside other dishes. Customers choose their orders from the menu and are served at a table by a waiter. The chef is assisted by a pizzaiolo, which is responsible for using the oven and preparing the pizza. It is usually served al piatto, or round, although in some cases its length can be chosen pizza al metro. Sometimes al piatto pizza is also sold for takeaway or takeout. A takeaway pizzeria. Smaller than a pizzeria restaurant, it is a venue where pizza is purchased for consumption at home. Pizza may be eaten on site at counters or tables provided inside the establishment. Takeaway pizzerias often have a refrigerator from which customers can also purchase beverages. Fast food. In the late 20th century, the concept of fast food caused changes in pizza sales. Food stands offering pizza al taglio, or pizza by the slice, started appearing in Italy, baking large rectangular pizzas sold in small slices. These slices are seldom topped with more than 2 ingredients, not counting tomato and cheese. There are also fast food chains that combine speed of service with the widespread consumption of pizza. In Italy, the chain Spizzico is well known, while among those in the United States, the most famous is Pizza Hut. Take and bake pizzeria. Take and bake pizzas are typically made to order out of fresh ingredients, though the pizzeria may also keep a number of commonly ordered or special sale pizzas on hand for convenience. Often because the pizzas are made with fresh and unbaked ingredients and not heated in the store, the pizzas can be paid for in some states with food assistance EBT cards. According to the nation's restaurant news, take and bake pizzerias typically have lower costs because they require less restaurant space and equipment. As a result, they are often able to undercut the national pizza giants. Home delivery. Home delivery is equally widespread and sometimes is used as a form of advertising. Discount vouchers may accompany deliveries as promotional offers. Delivery drivers often use their own vehicles unless a branded store vehicle is available. In Italy, a delivery charge, usually around €1, is added to the bill. Delivery generally takes place using small vehicles such as scooters, equipped with special storage boxes. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Turtles in Time, released as Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles, Turtles in Time in Europe, is a 1991 beat-em-up game developed and published by Konami for arcades. A sequel to the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles the arcade game is a side-scrolling game based mainly on the 1987 TMNT animated series. Originally an arcade game, Turtles in Time was ported to the Super Nintendo Entertainment System in '92 under the title Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 4: Turtles in Time, continuing the numbering from the earlier Turtles games released on the original NES. That same year, a game that borrowed many elements, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: The Hyperstone Heist, was released for the Sega Genesis. In 2005, the arcade version of Turtles in Time was released on newer consoles. A slightly altered version of the arcade game was included as an unlockable bonus in the 2005 game Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3: Mutant Nightmare. On August 5, 2009, Ubisoft released a 3D remake of the game, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Turtles in Time Reshelled, available as a download for Xbox 360 via the Xbox Live Arcade. A downloadable PlayStation 3 version was later released via PlayStation Network on September 10, 2009. Plot. The introductory cutscene of the game details the game's plot. It begins with the Turtles watching a TV newscast on a Sunday evening with April O'Neil reporting from Liberty Island. Super Krang flies in and steals the Statue of Liberty, moments before Shredder hijacks the airwaves to laugh at the Turtles. The Turtles jump into action in downtown New York and pursue the Foot to the streets and the city sewers, then to the Technodrome in the Super NES version, where Shredder sends them through a time warp. The Turtles must fight Shredder's army in both the past and future in order to get home. They defeat Shredder and the Statue of Liberty is returned to its place. Gameplay. Like its predecessor, Turtles in Time was available for the arcades in 2- and 4-player versions. In the 2-player version, each player gets to choose which one of the 4 turtles they wish to control, whereas in the 4-player version, the characters are assigned to the control panel from left to right in the following order: Leonardo, Michelangelo, Donatello, and Raphael. Each playable character has its own strengths and weaknesses. New features include the ability to execute a power attack by hitting an enemy several times in a row, and the ability to slam foot soldiers into surrounding enemies. The game features the same control scheme of the past arcade release. It uses a joystick for movement, an attack button, and a jump button. Certain joystick button combinations can make the turtle run, perform a slide or dash attack, jump higher, perform stationary or direct air attack, or perform a special attack. Players guide the turtles through a series of levels. The first takes place in the streets of New York City. Others transport the turtles to representations of various historical eras. In each level, players face enemies from both the 1987 cartoon and the feature film Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2: The Secret of the Ooze, including foot soldiers and stone warriors. Bosses featured in the arcade version are Baxter Stockman, in his fly form, Metalhead, a group of pizza monsters, Cement Man, the duo of Toka and Razar, Leatherhead, Super Krang, Krang piloting a UFO, and Shredder. Development. The original music from the game's soundtrack was composed by Mutsuhiko Izumi, a TMNT veteran who also composed the music for the previous arcade game in the series. It was arranged for the Super NES version by Kazuhiko Urihara and Harumi Ueko, both of whom went on to produce several Konami games, including the following TMNT game, Tournament Fighters. During development, the game's working title was TMNT Time Travelers, or something of that nature, according to Konami USA's Steve Kaufman in the early 1991. In addition to an original musical score, the Attract mode of the arcade game is noted for featuring the song Pizza Power, which was taken from the TMNT live concert known as the Coming Out of Their Shells tour. The game's music was released as part of the compilation album Konami All-Stars 1993 Music Station of Dreams, published by King Records in 1992. The 2005 version of the game, included in Mutant Nightmare, features new music and voices updated to match the 2003 TMNT series. This was also the case for Turtles in Time Reshelled. Releases: Arcade. Like the original Turtles arcade game, Turtles in Time was released for the arcades as a dedicated 4-player cabinet, as well as a 2-player conversion kit. Unlike the first game, Turtles in Time was not distributed for the arcades in Japan. Super NES. The Super NES version was retitled Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 4: Turtles in Time in North America and Australia, and Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles 4: Turtles in Time in Europe, in order to continue the numbering from the first 3 Turtles games on the NES. Despite the fact that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3: The Manhattan Project was never released in the PAL region. However, the Super Famicom version in Japan retained the original unnumbered title. Much like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, the arcade game, for the NES, a conversion of the first arcade game, the Super NES version of Turtles in Time has some notable differences in presentation. While the Super NES version is missing some animations and graphic effects from the arcade version, it made extensive use of the Super NES's Mode 7 forward scrolling effect in the Neon Knight Riders level, changing it to a over-the-shoulder perspective. Contrary to popular belief, Mode 7 is not used for throwing the enemy foot soldiers, as it cannot scale sprites, nor is any scaling actually shown. Sounds also differ between the arcade and the Super NES version. The SNES version is missing certain voice samples for both the Turtles and boss characters. In addition, the arcade version's title theme song, Pizza Power, was replaced with an instrumental version of the cartoon theme song. Various alterations were made to the SNES version's gameplay. Sewer Surfin' and Neon Knight Riders was changed to bonus levels of a sort where, unlike in the original arcade, the number of enemies defeated and bonus pizzas collected are tracked based on which bonus points are awarded to the players before entering the level boss's battle. A new Technodrome stage was added, which features a boss battle with Shredder sitting in a battle tank in the foreground, which requires the player to hit the tank with foot soldiers thrown at the screen. Several enemies were changed in the SNES version. 4 other bosses were added. The Rat King was added to the end of Sewer Surfin' level. Slash replaced Cement Man in the prehistoric level, and on the pirate ship level, the duo of Bebop and Rocksteady replaced Taka and Razor, who were moved to the new Technodrome level. The game changes the final battle with Shredder to Super Shredder from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2: Secret of the Ooze. The SNES version also adds 2 regular enemies, Roadkill Rodneys, which replace the boxing robots, and Mousers. The SNES version features a time trial mode and a 2-player versus fight mode. Like the arcade version, each turtle was given unique attributes in areas such as speed and strength. In addition, the move to throw enemies off screen can now be performed intentionally instead of just randomly, a technique specifically required at the end of the Technodrome level. I was forced to cheat some of this build, as this is a set I had from my childhood and I didn't want to disturb the stickers. Any eagle-eyed viewers will notice the sun-damaged yellowed white pieces. The area of the house I used to play with my Lego sets was a room that was converted from a porch, so it was mostly windows and had plenty of sunlight. When thinking about this pizzeria set, the first game to come to mind was a TMNT game, and the one I thought that would look the best in this format was Turtles in Time. Our pizza-obsessed protagonists would have been the perfect mascots for any pie place. Total build time, 23 minutes, 7 seconds, which means you could eat 3 slices of pizza, have a glass of your favorite soda, hopefully one that pairs with your toppings, and have a cannoli. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Remember to like, subscribe, share, ring that bell, all the things for the YouTubes. Thank you.